Hello, my name is Kevin. Today I am going to show you how to plant a potted aloe vera plant in the ground. This is a certain method that I've learned from my father. The types of plant that you will be planting are the plants that are available in shops such as herbs, tomatoes, strawberries, and potted plants that are small in pots and vases. The type of soil is preferably loam soil, which consists of clay, silt, and sandy soil. You would want to water your plants in the ground because You would want to plant your plants in the ground because it is more easier to water your plants and it is more healthy for your plants because having a pot will restrict you when draining and watering the plant because the water that is going to be to the plant and dirt will be only wet on the top and dirt and not the rest of the dirt beneath the plant, which includes the plant's root. The aloe vera plant does not require much water to grow.
To measure the length of your plant, it should be in small vases, so measure the vase or pot and remember the measurement. You can also eyeball the length of the vase. Gather your materials. Gather your gardening materials that you may have in your household. The tools and materials you need are a shovel, a pair of gloves, a pair of scissors, the potted plant, and a watering object. I will be using a water hose to water the plants, but you can also use a water vase or any container that will ensure that your plant can be watered every day. Examine your surrounding. Check your ground of where you are planting your plant if the soil you are planting on is firm and dry. You should break the soil so that when you plant your plants, the root of the plants can grow easier and more freely, as it cannot penetrate the firm soil by itself. Use your gloves to examine your soil to determine how you will proceed the procedure. To break the soil, you should use your shovel as it should have a narrow edge to penetrate the earth more deeply. Start by holding your shovel and pierce the ground with your shovel. It is preferable that the ground must be grainy and broken into small pieces, just like your favorite cereal. Wet soil is easier to work with, as it is easier to dig. Bigger chunk of soil. But the downside is that it is hard to shape the soil as it is chunky and dense. Loam soil, however, is the soil you want to go for, as it is grainy and easy to dig up, and watering it is more easier as water seeps in through the ground because of the grainy texture. Time to dig. After breaking your dirt into a finer texture, lay your materials next to you where you can reach and grab them easily. Then put on your gloves and grab your shovel and eyeball how deep and wide you are going to dig a hole by referring to your measured potted plant, as it contains the root and dirt from the potted plant. Placement. Carefully remove the pot or vase, plant, roots, and soil from it. If it is hard to remove, you should use a mallet or hammer to tap on the pot and loosen the soil in the pot. I had used my hands to shake and may be necessary to cut the container as it may be too heavy and compact and hard to remove. After removing the plant out of the container, put the plant and the dirt from the pot in the hole you had dug. If you overdig the soil, it is okay to put more soil in, and if you underdig, you can remove the excess soil from the ground. It is better to underdig the soil on the ground, as it is better to have more than less so you can change the appearance of level later on. Finalizing. After you have placed your plant in, you must or must not add a small amount of soil to evenly flatten the ground and making the plant stand upright. Pat the soil around the plant to even it out. To keep your plant in a longevity state, you must water your plants on a daily basis. I recommend to water the plant on a quantity rate. By that I mean to have a lot of water for the plant. From my experience, it is best to water the plant and think you have not overfilled water to the plant, even it may look overfilled. It is not. The roots of the plant will not get water if you do not have enough water, and that is why it is best to plant plants into the earth, not having it in a pot or any container that requires a proper drain system. You can research how much water you should water the plants, as different plants require different amount of water.